Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 78 of this Let's Play Crusader Kings II. This is the March of the Vikings. In the last episode, we spent some time securing the kingdom. Did we fight a war? I think we fought a war. Oh yeah, we finished the war against Lombardy, that was it. And in this episode, I think that we are going to spend some time just trying to build up our financial security and the like, because we're getting a couple of very powerful vassals who are being a little bit irritating. So we are going to try and build up our personal domains a little bit more, start getting some more holdings, that type of thing. Excellent. And to do that, we have of course gone to the Bank of... Oh, we're on the way back from the Bank of Venice. That was it. Yes, I remember now. Okay. And it turns out that Finland's at war with someone. We are waiting until we can switch up our... Oh, we could go agnatic cognatic. That's interesting. I mean, the thing that I really want to do is make war declarations a ruler thing, not a council thing. Can't do that until next year. But I'm very tempted by this. I mean, we're already at primogeniture. We're agnatic, which means only the males can inherit. But we could go agnatic cognatic, which means the females can then as well. Women can inherit, but only if there are no eligible males. Women inherit on the same grounds men do. You know what? We're going to switch to agnatic cognatic. Means it will be a little bit more secure. Though we do now need to be careful about who we marry the girls off to, because we could lose control of Scandinavia, and that would really suck. Alright, Navy is almost back. Boom. Loads of cash comes flowing in, which we can immediately invest in more holdings. I think that this would be a good location. I might get another castle here in Upland. Let me think about this for a moment. So the Duchy of Ulster-Gotland is currently these three. If I were to switch my capital to Stockholm and make Gotland into a duchy level republic, then we could start getting some more money out of it, which is why I'm starting to build more cities here. I think ultimately what I would like to do is move over to Holmgard as a capital. Although then all of my personal holdings will be over on this side of Sweden, which I like because these are quite rich areas. We will eventually need to shift the capital further and further east as our own empire expands, and we do need to expand into this area too. How's the religion over there? Still mostly Słowiańsko and Slavic. They've had a fairly good time of beating Catholicism back, actually. I'm kind of impressed. But that is something that we need to do. Crikey, Shia's taken off. Usually Sunni is the dominant religion, but Shia is really powerful. Don't see that very often. So yeah, we need to think about what we're going to do. Because once we have Holmgard, well, I'm not going to move to Holmgard until we have secured more of this area. And Konugard was Kiev. Yeah, see, this area is super rich because just the size of the holdings, which is why this is a really nice area to have as like the capital region for the eastern encroaching Viking Empire. We may even take over the kingdom of Retinues at some point and give Sweden to someone else, at which point we will start consolidating over here instead. What size of the duchy? Yeah, the duchies are quite small, is the problem. Severia, Pereslavl, so we probably would need like 3 duchies. Turov's not as much, Volhynia is not so much, Galich isn't bad, Moldau isn't bad either. Crimea, quite wealthy. And Holmgard. It's a bit bigger, but it's not particularly wealthy. So I think we will eventually move our capital down to Kiev. So maybe we should stop going after them more aggressively. So yes, ultimately we will make a capital here. I don't think I'm going to make the capital in Upland after all, but I still want to build it up a bit. Oh, that's quite expensive. 600 for the third one. 700 for that one. 690. 630. 540. 540. Well, actually, of all the territories I own... Oh no, I'd give these ones away first, because they're worth a tiny amount in comparison. So maybe what I need to do is give this area away to someone else, start taking over Holmgard region, and then just kind of moving out from there. So then we'll have southeastern Sweden, Holmgard in Russia, and then down to Kiev, where we'll actually establish our main dominion eventually, and give Sweden away to someone else. So we're not splitting our base, our power base so much. The other thing that we've been talking about a bit in the comments. Who was it? Where is that conversation gone? Sorry, I'm just checking my comments at the moment. I want to make sure I talk about the right people. Carl. Where is it? It was... Come on, we were talking about Retinues. Oh, this is really embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I get quite a few comments now, so it kind of bleeds into one. Defensive core, good stuff, batteries. Didn't think it was this far back. No, it definitely wasn't this far back. Where's that comment? Sometimes comments just like disappearing for a short time. It's really frustrating, but that is what they do. Right, you might hear some random sound as random adverts start playing, because I'm going to go and have a look at the actual videos. Oh, shut up. There. There are no comments on that one. Really? Okay, wasn't that episode. Oh, that was because it was today's. Ha! No wonder. Fowl and Black Wolf. Yes, Fowl and Black Wolf was, and I have been talking about retinues. Basically, he was suggesting that I add in some skirmisher units into my retinue, rather than just going all out Hostile. I was disagreeing because Hostile, being the cultural retinue, gets massive bonuses, and they are really quite significant. So what I would rather do instead is start raising some archers, because I take your point, archers are useful, but I would rather raise them through getting more militia training grounds, so the levies get them rather than the retinue. Oh man, they're expensive. Oh, that's training ground. Where is it? Militia training ground. Yeah, you don't get many of them, and you get a lot more light infantry. So light infantry are fairly decent at chasing people down, not as good as light cavalry. Now, what buildings have we not built here yet? Castle fortifications, barracks, shipyard. Oh, we haven't got the next level of housecarl training, which is another 15% heavy infantry attack. And we get a lot of heavy infantry from this place, plus that bonus stacks with the retinue bonuses that you also get from it being the cultural retinue, which means my heavy infantry are going to be ridiculous. And I have a lot of heavy infantry. It's worth the investment. I wanted to build up my economy though. Right, while I'm kind of umming and ahhing, we'll put you back in the boat and we'll go off and raid the Pope, because that seems like it needs to be done. And I have 400 left. I'm going to go and just check through my holdings to see that everywhere has got the castle town and the castle walls. Wall town, you do not. So that was already worthwhile, and I'm going to save the money just in case I need mercenaries. In fact, I've probably spent slightly too much. Now, why are you only raising relations with those guys? I would have thought the kings are in Gotland, in Gotland, in Gotland, in Gotland, in Gotland. He should be raising relations with all of these guys as well. Upon the conclusion of a long council meeting, he decided to make a toast. Of course, one toast eventually becomes many, and time seems to slip away. Later, you leave the council chamber. Is anyone trying to murder me at the moment? I don't think so. I'll call out. Oh, this gives me a favour, doesn't it? Damn it. Oh no. Become rivals. You notice Arnbjorn of Norway standing next to you. He seems to contemplate helping, but is not responding to your pleas. Just before you pass out, you see him bringing the rest of the councillors out, and they look at you in pity before they help you. Okay, you've suddenly become a problem. Unfortunately, you're also very good. And you're old. So you won't be a problem for very long. I could bribe you just to keep you on side. Cost me a lot, but I think it's a worthwhile investment just to stop you raising factions and stuff. Have we arrived at the Pope yet? Nope, but nearly. We should probably raid Spain again at some point as well. Although, at this point, when you're just raiding individual areas, it becomes way more risky. Sorry, when you're raiding, places that are not just one area, it becomes way more risky, and the reason for that is because I'm actually staying and burning stuff down. I can't just up and leave because I'm sieging. See, again, you're talking to the minor nobility. I don't want you talking to the minor nobility, I want you talking to the majors. And we are losing a bit of money. And you have attacked me, hoping we win this. Yeah, easily. Thanks to my ridiculous heavy infantry. Oh, I was wounded. That's not good. Didn't even know I was here. Of course I am. I'm one of the best fighters. If I die, does that matter? How good is the next guy? Better than I am. So I'm quite happy to lead these armies, although I will have to deal with a period of instability, so we definitely want to save up some cash. What are the factions doing? They're quite small. Your vassal King Valdemar of Norderiki is concerned about his non-inheriting sons. He asked you to consider them when looking for new vassals. No. Piss off. It's the first Bisphoric town. Unfortunately, my home provinces are quite a long way away, so we can't just up and return. That is the benefit of raiding England, is you can just send the ships back to make sure you don't run out of money. Well, I have to say the last two generations of Falkir have been terrible. I really hope the next couple are better. We've really stagnated quite badly. And I'm sorry about that, but sometimes you just have bad people and you have to kind of make do with what you got. That Pope just changed. Ooh, you really don't like me. Minus 40 from pillaging all lands. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. Castle town, that should increase the amount of money I'm making. You are still building the hostile training ground. Still talking to the mayors. Talk to the main guys. Damn it. Come on. How is the moral authority looking? Still not great because of the bloody Yoms Vikings. Am I still wounded? I am indeed still wounded. -2 stewardship from drunk, yeah. Do I care about either of you more than the other? Not really. I'm just going to say the mayor is not responsible because that just makes sense, that he is not responsible for someone else being mugged on his land. Captured a guy. And that's another victory. We're not losing much money. Oh, we don't have the manpower for this, really? Why am I not gaining troops? Alright, get back on the ships. We'll head home. And then we'll raise another group. And I fulfilled my ambition to see the realm prosper. I need another ambition. I have none left. I'm still doing stewardship because he sucks at the most basic of things. The only thing he is good at is intrigue. Nope, he's not even good at that. That was his father. Man, he's terrible. Whoa, that's not good. Oh, yeah, that's irrelevant. Sorry, I thought he'd use up the kingdom from someone else. Because I know that Finland owns a lot of Denmark. And that's one thing I'm a little bit concerned about. Right, let's bring home the cash. We have an advisor slot. For Kolbjorn, King of Finland, who is also kind of crap in every way. And Voldemar, who was once one of my biggest rivals, is now a loyalist with 100 relations. Right, so let's send that home. We'll just raise another. That levy's getting smaller and smaller, which is really not good. We'll send you to Sunderland land. We'll go over there and then we'll just go and raid the Pope again. It's a little bit dangerous sending all of my personal levies to do this. But I could actually split you up into 2 or 3 groups and then raid more at once. Right, we could just blanket England at this point. It also costs more to send them out as raiders. You know what? Yeah, we're going to send half of them home. Split. Go home, no retinues. Group. Do it again. That'll do. Right, raiding the Pope. Off we go. Old wound is finally healed, leaving a pretty grotesque scar behind. More prestige. Okie dokie. I can imprison you, but I don't think I really need to. I can still create the Duchy of Svitjod and Visby, but I don't want to do that because then people get pissed off when you have too many duchies. And the Duchy of Visby is going to be the one that I turn into a republic, because it's just a one province duchy in the same way that Venice is. Oh wow. Right, because of the significant increase from thingy, you know, prosperity. Realm prospering, that's the one. We're back, just in case you didn't have enough of us. Loyal servants such as I surely deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. It's widely known that you hold many titles. Maybe I would give you the County of Orland? This greed does not become you. No. Well, I'm generating huge amounts of prestige, which is a good thing. Can I change the laws yet? I could. Right now, everyone would oppose me. Really? Everyone? That's not true. One person is a loyalist. I could just bring in a bunch of loyalists again. Bring in loyalists and then get that boat done before the next ruler has to deal with it. And this time I'll have money for mercenaries and stuff. I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to wait until I have a bank of maybe 500 or so. So probably after we're done with Rome, we'll go. Because it will significantly piss a lot of very powerful people off. Oh, Toste's going on a raid. Okay, cool. Go for it. Good luck. And we will appoint someone who is super loyal, like Astrid. Hi, Astrid. Who is freaking terrible at intrigue. Just don't get me killed. That's your main job. 2 loyalists. A woman accused of witchcraft in Metalpad has been dragged before your court. Several witnesses have seen her performing dark rituals in a secluded hut, possibly related to recent crop failures. She claims innocence, and it falls on you to determine her fate. She is fucking rubbish. Prisoner. You're no longer content to rest on your laurels. The problems facing your realm are legion, and clearly no one can fix them but you. Ooh, that does help. Ambitious is an amazing trait to have for the main ruler. Just because it boosts everything by so much. The siege is going. Oh, they rebuilt the main place. Just in time for me to raid it again. Oh, what a shame for them. Peasant revolt. I'll get the vassals to deal with that. Different levels. Booming, flourishing, prospering. You are prospering. Prospering, prospering. Booming. Booming. So on with the cart is probably flourishing. Nope, the cart is no level 2. Where's level 3? Oh, that is level 3. Booming is 3. That is flourishing? No, that's prospering. And then that is flourishing. No, that's booming. What are you doing so badly? Where's the level 2 stuff? There's one. Middle pad is flourishing. Okay. So fruit is level 3, cart is level 2, sax is level 1. And where did the rebels rise? Where are they? Oh, you're way over there. Well, that's slightly irritating. Go and deal with them, Finland. You outnumber them enough. Should be fine. Don't need to raise everyone else. Oh, excellent. Free money. Can't really complain about that. Right. Just wondering what those other small armies were. How much cash are we carrying? 200. Can always do with more. That was just Rome being burnt again. Mordred has come of age. The youngest of my daughters, who's a hunchback. Haughty, indolent, conscientious. I think I'm going to make you a diplomat. A peasant accused of murder is dragged before your court. His wife and children are found butchered by a small hut they called home, and he's standing nearby covered in their blood. Despite this damning evidence, the man continues to profess his innocence. It's circumstantial. Ruling from your court has increased your sense of justice. Your judgment have a profound effect on the lives of your subjects, and you've decided to be more fair. Oh right, these are because I'm stewarding. Well, I've had, rulership forever. King Voldemar is no longer my Chancellor. That is unfortunate. I'm wondering if I want to change my focus. So I still want more stewardship, honestly. No, we'll leave it. New Chancellor shall be Mordred. And Mordred shall try and improve relations in Gotland. That's 2 loyalists. Now we're starting to get some money, let's start fiddling. Who do we have that is super loyal? I don't actually have anyone. Really? I have Ulmer, Jarl of Bergslagen, but he's a powerful vassal, and I don't think that powerful vassals can ever be loyal. I think. So, Arnbjorn is one of the ones that I need to replace, but this is dangerous. Do I have anyone with 80 or so relation? 74. If I gave you a gift, how much would that increase it? That will get you up to 80. The title would get you 90, which is enough for loyalty. You would be easier. Right, I'll get you to train troops because this is going to cause problems. That's 3 votes. And the advisors can remain the kings. It's one good way of keeping them quiet. Meanwhile, Toste is going to have to go. Torbrander. I send you a gift. Ah, you're already 100. That's 4 votes. Plus mine. That's 5. Which outvotes them. Supporters, 4. Opponents, 3. And we've won the war. And they have approved the institution of ruler war declaration. You can now go home. Marvellous. Arrange marriage. Queen of North... Ooh. Oh, that's you trying to marry these 2. Freya to him. Okay. Who are you betrothed to? Do I not have any princes? I do not. Oh yes I do. Would prefer a matrilineal. You really like me. I'm your liege. Prestige effect. Desires a better non-aggression pact than with me. It's a bit ambitious. Alright. Okay, so we have undone some of the damage that this Volker has done. Like, if he survives for another 10 years or so, he probably could end up being alright. He's not going to be a great one by any stretch of the imagination, but he could survive. He could at least continue the status quo as opposed to rocking the boat and getting everything destroyed. But with that note, we are going to have to end this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you have any tips or advice to me, then please do let me know in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, then please do consider subscribing. Sorry that things are a bit slower at the moment. Things are a bit more strategic, needs a bit more thinking through. That's just the nature of the game. And at some point, hopefully we'll get some great warrior king and go on a massive rampage. But right now, we can't, because we don't have that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.